Welcome to the Model 500E Suspension and Steering Trainer. As an instructor, you'll be able to demonstrate a complete front-end suspension and steering system. This allows you as the instructor to not only show and demonstrate an operation dynamically the suspension parts found on a upper and lower control arm system with a, actually in this case we're using a coilover shock absorber. But most importantly, it gives the students a hands-on plus a visual aid for you to demonstrate the alignment angles, which includes camber, caster, and toe. Not only can you view them, but hey, the students can get a better understanding by using the tie rod ends to actually go ahead and adjust the toe. And also, we do have adjustable nuts that allow that upper control arm to actually change camber and caster. So it's a great visual aid. The second thing is, from a dynamic view, once actually looking at the suspension itself, it allows you to put a load, meaning that we're actually showing the articulation or dynamic operation of this suspension. So in this case, this gives the student a visual aid to understand what occurs when a vehicle is going through, for example, actually through a bump or actually through different highway conditions that the suspension can encounter. So once again, from left to right, we can actually show even the steering axis inclination change at the same time when you're actually doing your alignment training and teaching those basics. Because what we find as instructors is always, by looking at a one-dimensional basis of a diagram, we cannot always visualize, especially the caster angle, the toe angles, and also the steering axis inclination. So this is a great visual aid, not to mention a hands-on aid that allows the instructor to have the students learn how the steering and how the angles change with road conditions. So once again, we do have the ability to actually change the angles and actually raise and lower that suspension. Because if you actually were to put a vehicle and raise it up on the lift, that would be unloaded. In this case, this is simulated loaded, meaning that the vehicle is actually have vehicle weight and showing dynamically what the suspension is doing. The next aid that this will help you is, not to mention, diagnose various issues that can occur. So this gives the student an ability to understand what the suspension is actually doing to aid the technician to actually understand what occurs and what angles need to be adjusted properly. Now the Model 500E is also equipped with variable effort steering. This electric motor, as you know, actually will vary the effort on the steering wheel. The instructor is able to go ahead and simulate, that's what this knob does, it actually simulates vehicle speed, which in turn will vary the effort on the steering wheel. So once again, it allows them to go ahead and showcase new design steering that we now have, unlike just the rack and pinion and power steering boxes, but also electric variable effort steering. Now this Model 500E suspension and steering trainer not only serves as a visual aid for an instructor to demonstrate the suspension and steering, but it also is a hands-on aid where students or technicians or apprentices attending the courses will be able to remove upper and lower control arm assemblies, spring-loaded suspension along with shocks, and also the hub assemblies, and also wheel balance where wheels can be removed and installed. Not to mention the steering system can also be removed and installed. So it gives the ability for the students to have hands-on practice on actual steering and suspension components. So not only is it a great tool, again, for demonstrating all the angles, but again, this is can be all serviced as if it were a vehicle. Not to mention, this actually fits in typical standard door sizes of every classroom that you can find in different schools. You'll be able to fit this right through the door. Well, this concludes what is available to do with the Model 500E trainer. If you have any questions, please contact atechtraining at atechtraining.com. But again, this is a great trainer that once again, students to get a hands-on. The key here is hands-on, which we believe in mastery-based training as well, that actually allows the students a good opportunity to remove and replace and also service correctly. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.